how's it going? I'm Casey Martin from Wine Country Woodworks, and this is going to be a new Shopisode and kind of announcement slash hooray video for getting 10,000 subscribers. I'm honestly blown away. I know it's kind of cliche, and a lot of people say, oh, I can't believe that this happened, but I honestly and truly am super surprised. I mean, I'm so grateful and humbled that everybody has loved my videos and has, helped me get to where I am now. I really didn't know if my videos were gonna, receive the appreciation and the amount of people subscribing and liking them as they have. So the first part of the video is kind of mentioning that, because my announcement is that I am, of course, going to be doing a big giveaway. So I've got a few things in mind. I'm going to reach out to Illumilite, see if I can get us a cool discount code for the official giveaway video. I'm also going to be giving away some pen blanks. Kind of the game plan for that is I'm going to make a really cool limited edition pen blank batch of like 3 or 4 different kinds, and then we'll give away all of those. I also have some scrap over pours that we can throw in there if anybody likes to make rings or bottle stoppers, stuff like that. And then some other things too. I can try to reach out to some other people, other companies that do what we do. And kind of a really cool thing, Caster's Choice sent me a ton of mica powders a while ago for giveaways. So I'm going to be giving away a ton. There's like a few sets that I'll give away. Those will kind of be the big Caster Choices prizes. And then I might give away just like singles or most likely like pairs of them. So I obviously don't know the exact number right now, but we're going to be dealing with a lot of giveaway items, like 30 entries or so. And kind of the only things I'm thinking for entries is going to be obviously being subscribed to the channel, liking the giveaway video, and then also subscribing to my Instagram, because I'm also going to have this giveaway on my Instagram because I hit 1,000 followers on that, which obviously pales in comparison to the YouTube, which I'm excited about both. It's really, really fantastic. But so that's kind of that. I'll show you guys some of the like double dyed and dyed maple burl we'll be making those pen blanks with for the giveaways, and I'll show you some cool stuff I've been up to. But that's just so exciting on that announcement. So we'll get into the Shopisode, but I wanted to let you guys all know the kind of game plan for that. All right, guys. So lots of color in here. These are going to be really cool. So I'd have to take them all out to figure out which colors have been in there, but we've got a lot. We've got quite a few that were dyed certain colors, and then they were fully soaked and put into a second round with red, and then the same with other colors with the blue. Basically, if they were dyed in here with any red, then they went into the blue. Same thing if they were dyed with any of these colors with blue, then they went into the red for the final soak. So, I mean, none of these have even been sanded yet, and you can kind of already see it's going to be wild. Like, you've got some red over there, some green, it looks like, blue, some purple. These are going to be really cool. A lot of these are maple, and then a lot of these are also box elder. Like these with the tighter points are box elder. So there's a lot in there, if you guys can see. I mean, it's all the way packed to the back. So we'll be able to make a ton of pen blanks with these. Hey everyone, so I actually have a really cool segment because I filmed this Shopisode a couple days ago, and then I was doing some work before it was uploaded, and then I just graduated yesterday on Saturday the 15th, which was awesome. I'm super excited to finally be done with my undergraduate. So this is going to be a cool segment of me casting a ton of limited edition multi-dye stabilized hybrid pen blanks. I'm doing 5 batches at once, so let's get right into it. It's going to be like a live filming of it, so it should be fun. And then I can show you guys them all finished up after, and then all of these blocks I've been making too. All right, everyone. So this is going to obviously be a live casting. So the way I'm going to do this is I've got a big bucket that I'm going to mix all of the resin up in. I'm going to pour out or take out 5 cups to pour into for each of them. And basically it's a pretty informal way of doing this. What I'm going to do is basically eyeball this, right? And then eyeball it on the conservative side, and then in conservative in the regard that I'd rather have more left over than not have enough. So the way I normally do this is I'll pull out my phone, and this guy is probably going to need, I would say, 200 grams. So I'll add up 200 plus this guy, I would say also 200 just to be safe, plus like 180. This is in grams, by the way. Plus 150 plus, I would say, another 180. So that's at 910 grams, and what I do is I'm going to divide that by 28 to get the ounces. 32.5 ounces. Half an ounce is 14 grams, so we're just going to do 32 ounces on this big thing, or this. So normally you don't want to use a scale that's as this one's accurate, but that doesn't really go to like the 1/10 of a gram. This goes to the 1/10 of an ounce, and since we're doing 32 ounces, that's going to be plenty. But that being said, you would never really want to cast small amounts with this. So we're going to do 16 part A, 32.06 exactly. Skeptical how exact that is because obviously it's on ounces. It's probably off, I don't know, 5 grams or so. But I always do the B second, so hopefully if it's off by a little bit, there's more B, and that's okay to have a little more B. That's what you would rather have more of. So now we're just going to mix this guy up, and what we're going to do, since we obviously eyeballed the measurements, we're just going to actually, I didn't write them down in the notes in my phones, but I remember them. It's like 200, 200, 180, 150, 180. So I actually might as well just put each one onto the scale, like the small scale that does grams correctly and accurately. So, sorry, I was getting a call. So once this is all the way mixed up, we'll do that. And if you're wondering, why are you doing 5 at once? That's a good question. It's because I can fit all of them into my 5-gallon pressure pot at once, and I just like to conserve pressure pot space when I can. I have 5 in total, which I'm glad I do, but that being said, still I have way more molds than I could fit in each pressure pot, so considering I'm trying to get as much casting done as possible, that's what we're doing. So I'm starting to pour them right now. I'm just going to get roughly close to it. I think 200 is actually way too much for the ones I chose 200, so that's okay. But maybe we'll do a little mixing of colors. Alright, so we're good to go on that, and we're just going to start adding in some colors. So we're going to go blue on this one, because this is a super cool one. It has green, blue, red, and purple in the dye. We're going to add a little bit of blue, a little bit of white. I definitely want to mix on some of these. We're going to add a little bit of purple, a little bit of white for this one, and a little bit of teal, a little bit of green. Might as well give it a little bit of white too. You can see we're not doing any dyes. I just don't want to mess with it, to be honest. Right now it's just not really going to be worth it. We're going to do a little bit of white, or a lot of white, a little bit of red. And this last one, we'll do, what should we do? Let's do some interference. Where is it? There it is. Interference green. mix up. So the advantage of what I did by mixing up that whole thing in that one big, I don't know really what to call it, big cup, I guess you call it that, is that it saves you a lot of time. If I were to pour and mix all 5 of these to get it clear before even doing the dye mixing that I'm doing right now, it would just take way too long. And I could do it. I've done it in the past, but it's going to be getting right up onto the working time. On this one, we're going to add just a drop of purple. Since these are going to be pens, it's that one's a little too transparent for me. Nobody really wants to see those tubes unless it's like a money blank or something that's gold already. I think this one's going to be cool with the teal and the green and the white. Yeah, I like that one a lot. Okay, now the red and white. I want to add some of this red. I want it darker. Might have to add a drop of dye to do that. Yeah, I need to. It's okay though. We've got plenty of time still. Okay, much better. Looks like a much more rich red. And at least that's what I like. I think that's what most people like, at least from what people buy and what people ask for, things like that. This interference green is going to look really cool. I love the interference ones. Alright, so we're going to have a lot left over, I can already tell, but that's okay. Well, actually, some of them might be okay. This green one was pretty good. This interference green, like right on the money. This red is going to have a lot extra though. Honestly, actually, maybe I spoke too soon. Maybe these are actually just going to all be pretty close to spot on. We will see. I'm going to scoop a little more out of this one. Now the blue. So guys, the eyeball was actually spot on, which is great. Obviously, I'd rather it be spot on than have over pores, but I have been keeping all of my over pores as scraps that I'm gonna sell for like some ring makers and some turners that could use them. These are going to be so cool. Alright, these are going in the pressure pot, and I'll show you guys when they are out and cut up. Alright everyone, so here are the blanks. I wanted to show you guys these two because I made these about a week ago, and I put them up on my Etsy, but I didn't really show them that much. I posted them on Instagram, but this one's a really cool purple and gold leaf. And these are some green and blue dyed with white pearl and then one orange. But I'm going to get to all of these that we cast together, which are just absolutely... That's the train. These, all of the ones that have just absolutely amazing multi-dye are box elder. The train's hopefully done soon. But so, and then the other that is mainly just one colors are usually the maple. So this is just some of the best multi-dye stabilized wood I think I've ever done. Like this one is just absolutely incredible. We've got the blue and red resin, and then these just have so many different colors. You've got blue, green, red, a little bit of purple, the normal color. Same over here. This, a little bit of the normal wood color, and then blue. That's the maple again. This is box elder on both sides. Just look at it, and it still retains its beautiful figure. I really love this stuff. I'm definitely gonna have to get more. This one's all maple, I believe, red and a little bit of purple. This one's all box elder, I think. That might be maple up there, but definitely the same type of colors. And then this is cool because it's all maple. I believe this might be box elder, but was that I wanted to do the blue up top, the red on the other side, and then purple resin in the middle because, as we all know, blue and red makes purple. So I'll show you guys the blocks, but man, I think these are so beautiful. These will all be on my Etsy. They're all limited edition, as you know. It's really, really hard to replicate, especially with the multi-dye, but I'll keep making more of these, and let me know what you guys think. So here's one of the first blocks. This is the only one I re-shined up with some boiled linseed oil because I really wanted to show you guys the clarity on this one. This one's black ash burl. It's really, really pretty wood, but I also just love how the resin makes it look kind of like, I don't know, an aquarium, and it's kind of got that magnifying effect. That one's really cool. I've got a couple just really nice red and stabilized maple burl ones that I made. Those are always really pretty. Same with the blue. Did one of those, and one of the kind of light green ones. Another really fun one I did is this pinecone one where I did the like kind of clear pocket technique with the pinecone in the middle, so it's kind of hiding, and then green and white swirl in the clear. So I think this will, whatever it's turned into, will look beautiful, but especially like knife handles or a longer turned handle, I think that would look really cool. I've got another just really clear blue transparent one. I didn't wet this again, but you guys can kind of get a peek of how clear it is. It's just as clear as this one I just made. That one a few days ago, and then this is a cool multi-dye maple burl block. You got quite a few colors in there, and then some red and green Christmas themed colors. And then this one is redwood burl, old growth redwood burl, and it's a really, really pretty wood, especially when it's wet. So all of these are going to be up on Etsy, and their product photos will be when they're all shined up. So if you're curious in any of them, you can check them out, and those will all be up as well. So the other update is on the wood side. This is a pretty cool thing to share with you guys. When I went and visited my parents for Thanksgiving week, my dad is doing some work on a property where they were cutting down a bunch of trees. My dad's a civil engineer, and anyway, I asked him, he cut down this one tree and sent me a photo of it. It was a bay tree, and this was a while ago, like 4 months ago or so. And I said, oh, that's all burl. Can you keep that for me? And he did. And I cut it a little too much, and it started checking a little bit, because I thought what I could do was cut it really small and then toss it in the smoker. And I've only done that with one piece. I might do it with one more really small one like this. But if I do it too much, like I did it with this for a little bit, it just immediately starts checking because the wood is so wet. So the other thing that I need to do with this stuff is I need to pressure wash off the bark. Obviously, we want that really cool look of all the spikes, and you can see they're all there. But the other more practical thing is that it dries not only faster, but more evenly when you take out the bark. Because if you think of why a tree actually has bark, It's to retain the moisture. So we want it to be able to release moisture out of all sides, not just these sides. And that's why this is checking so bad right here, because it's cut on this side, and that's a huge surface area, which is why there's no checking. But this smaller part right here, that's why there's that big crack. But even if that, I mean, what we do, you know, with the stabilizing and the casting, it should be fine anyway. But what's cool is we've got this big, huge chunk, this big chunk, that semi-big chunk, that's maple, but these other pieces, this is, I would say, about half, even less than half of it, because I have a lot more at my parents'. I'm going to be bringing this back there because I thought I could have taken some of this bark off myself, but I'm going to bring it back and power wash it all. And the other thing, I don't want to get all the way in there because it's all wrapped up, but I got a ton more Australian Burl. I've used pretty much all of my Australian Burl right now. I still have a few more for blocks, but I got a ton more in here. And then I've got some Buckeye Burl coming too, which will be fun. Some glitter that we can play with. This one's kind of holographic. It should be kind of fun to mess around. So anyway, that's about it. All right, everyone. Well, I really hope you enjoyed that Shopisode. I think it was a lot of fun for me, kind of bringing you guys along with casting those pen blanks, and also the big announcement about the giveaway. That's going to be a lot of fun when we get to it. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it before the holidays. I just graduated, as I mentioned, and I'm going to be leaving my college house and the shop in a few days to go visit the family. So it'll probably be in the new year, but definitely pretty early on, sometime in January. So look forward to that. We're definitely going to be making a full-on, kind of really fun, more in-depth video of making more limited edition blanks like that. That will be for the giveaway. So you guys got a really good, like, kind of vlog style in-depth of that, but that will be a fun, more kind of formal video with better, you know, camera angles and stuff like that. So look forward to that. Like the video if you guys liked it, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and definitely comment down below with any suggestions or questions, anything like that. You guys know I'm always willing to answer those. So have a good one, everyone. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.